Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyperlocal audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out ourlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Two friends hyped up on caffeine and sugar. It's Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Merideth.
Yes, welcome back. Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Meredith. Thank you for joining us every Saturday morning, 8 to 10. You can catch us here sharing about our lives, things going on in the community. And we just love to spotlight a lot of the great organizations and leaders. We had a couple great ones in today. Of course, the team from the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Director Merida Lynn, as well as Nico, who plays Chip's character there in the show. It was really great. And then we had impromptu drop-ins with Rick TRC, who's going to be at Shakespeare Festival, and then Lauren and her team with the digital bookmobile that's coming here today. It's going to be at the Conroe Library from 10 to 4. Super impromptu. Their team just was able to make it last minute, and we are so thrilled to be able to share about them. So definitely get out there. And, yeah, it's been a wild day.
Yes, it has.
No. Yeah, so let's get to, we did our Share the Sweetness, and now we've got, of course, Dreamland. So, of course, I've got to start with the great sound effect that I love. Ah, yes, right there. Again.
She's looking for a harpist. She'll pay $10.
Thank you. That's
for one time.
Well, I'm not trying to be cheap, but I mean, are we really going to pay every time?
She's going to pay $10 for you to come in here with your harp or your little lute every week, but she's only paying you $10 one time.
Could you position it a little sweeter? We all have a picture with them, and
she's going to pay you $10 one time.
Oh, she did what I asked, didn't she? That's so funny. She's like, oh, I'll give you sweet. I'll give you some grit sweet. Yes, she'd be right.
You're lucky she's giving you $10.
Pretty much. And, you know, I don't carry cash.
I'm sure that's why that we have people, you know, lined up to come in with their harps is because of what we're offering to pay them.
Well, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Right.
Reach out to your friends and family that play the harp.
I don't have any friends or family that play the harp.
Well, okay, listeners, now's your chance. I don't hear anything. Okay, maybe they'll reach out later.
You better just stick to your little sound effect over there.
All right, so yes, Dreamland. Tell them what Dreamland's about, Jen.
So Dreamland is a segment that we came up with for places that we dream about going, but really can't afford to go there necessarily.
One day.
Maybe one day. But they're places that we want to visit.
Mm-hmm. And if you listen from time to time, or every week, which we prefer, right?
Right.
You'll know that Jennifer actually is more of a world traveler.
Right. And Mer is more domestic.
I know.
Traveler.
I didn't realize it till she called me out one time when I called her on a Friday. She's like, you never go travel the world. And I'm like,
right.
Oh, wow, I didn't think of that.
But the really funny thing is that my mom noticed was, now we've said it before that we try to keep everything really organic and fresh on here. And so we don't talk a lot. But on Friday night, I mean, we talk a lot.
We talk a lot, but yeah.
We don't talk about what we're going to talk about on the show a lot. So
only off the air topics do we talk.
That's right. So on Friday night, that's when we get together and we discuss what our top 3 is going to be and just what the subject is.
Yeah.
And Meredith needs to know where I'm going for Dreamland. So my mom said, do you ever realize that one of you always goes international and the other is always domestic? And even if Mer is the one that goes international, then I tend to stay in the U.S. that week. It just works out that way.
That is hilarious. I didn't realize that until you called me out on. Well, I mean, you do. Yeah, you helped me recognize things with the call outs. I was like, really? And your mama did. She called right because I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I never really thought about it either, but it just always works out that way. That the few times that I do stay within the States, that's usually when Mer travels outside. So
we're a balance.
There's not going to be a whole lot of Grit and Grace trips because we're going opposite directions.
Well, except for our upcoming trip together.
Yes.
Which we do have to stay in this in the States because we're driving.
Yeah. And it's something that is fast approaching, so we really do need to start discussing it and planning it. And
we probably do because we have lives outside of Saturday morning.
Right. We do have day jobs, so to speak.
Yeah. So to speak. So to speak.
Well, I mean, this is a day job.
It is. It just cracked me up the way she said that. She's like, so to speak. Like
we have a Monday through Friday job.
I love it how we're like, well, we twiddle our thumbs Monday through Friday, and then Saturday we no, I'm just kidding. All right. So that being said, why don't you tell our listeners where you're headed to this week in Dreamland?
I am headed to Japan. Oh, good job.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I really do. Okay, so I'm going to Japan. Because if you listen, you know that a lot of times I tend to go to islands.
Oh, yeah.
Japan is an island.
Things you need to know. She's like an after-school special.
So I've also heard that they have, when the cherry blossoms, and so beautiful because they're everywhere. They're in abundance in Japan. So I would really like to see that. My youngest brother, who we have had on the show.
Story time, yeah.
Yes. He was actually stationed. He was stationed in Japan with the Marine Corps for 2 years.
They didn't know that, though.
They lost him.
I love that part of the story. You're like, really? And then she's like, but they didn't know and they lost him.
They sent him there too early. So, anyway, that's another story for another time. Food.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
I mean, yes and no. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's some things that I don't do, but I mean, I do like some sushi. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything raw.
Yeah, I would call us amateur sushi eaters.
I would call us cooked sushi eaters. I don't want sashimi.
Sashima.
Sashimi.
Shashisha. Shashika.
But yeah, they have great fashion.
Oh, they do.
Well, I mean, not that I would necessarily wear.
Sure.
But I would love to go there and look at all of the...
And all kinds of things to touch.
Right.
Oh.
Technology.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the greatest technology comes from Japan and Asia in particular, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great.
So those are my reasonings for wanting to
She's
go to
like,
Japan.
and I'm done. I love
Mostly, my brother was there, so I never got to go see him when he was in Okinawa, so I would like to go and see where he lived for 2 years.
Well, yeah, that would be exciting. And plus, when I think of your brother, because he's so tall, I envision him, like, not to stereotype, but, amongst the crowd, and he's like the giraffe in the room.
Yes, exactly. In a sea of people, and you see him, like, they're all at his waist. And
I know, pretty much. Like, it's well over a head of,
right.
A couple feet there, and you're like, hey, how's it up there? How's the weather going?
How's the air? How's the air up there?
How's the altitude, man?
Yeah.
No, and he loved it, right? Because he goes back frequently. or not maybe Japan, but he has traveled back to.
He is definitely a world traveler. He did go back to Japan recently.
Okay.
He wasn't there long. It was kind of a stopover, but he went on a journey, checking in on all of his former Marines.
Aw.
So,
man, I've got to be an author. I want to be able to do that.
well, that's not why he's able to do it, but
Well, I mean, just he gets. It's a great, I imagine luxury to be able to travel with your gig. Because
Right.
most of us, even when you work remotely, you still have to most of the time go back into the office. But as an author, he gets kind of the caveat of being able to do his craft
right,
away from a desk.
right.
I would love that. Just hate that you have to come up with good ideas and know how to spell. I mean, good night. We saw what happened.
Well, you don't really have to know how to spell. Well, I mean, because you have editors.
Oh.
Spell check.
What? So
Because most authors type their, stuff now. He's probably one of the few that actually handwrites his
Oh, I bet his transcriber loves that.
manuscripts. Yeah, you're looking at her.
Are you kidding?
His book that was published, I typed almost half of that book.
So you know about it, like while you're typing, huh? When you were doing it?
Yes, I told him that he asked me to help him because he was in a time crunch and I can type faster than he can. And so I told him, I said, man, I would have gotten done sooner. I said, but as I was typing, and I kind of have to read it as I'm typing it so I know what I'm typing. And I said, and then I would get like sucked into the story and I'd be like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is going on. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, focus. Get back to it. Get back to it.
That must have been wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, and what strength, because if you wanted, you could. You had it at your fingertips to change the story.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do that.
I know, but it's
I did,
funny.
however, which there's still a lot of editing that
Yeah.
needs to happen to the book. But yeah, I would be like, yeah, that doesn't belong there. I don't think that's spelled correctly. And so I did correct a few things.
That is too funny. How cool. Man,
Yeah.
I love that. I never thought about it either, because usually when you're typing, you're just like roboto. You're like, blah, 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 blah. But I would imagine a book or a novel is different.
Yeah.
And I could just, you got to see her face when she's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. No, that is really
Yeah, because,
cool.
whenever you are typing something, you have to read it so you know what you're typing.
That is really fun. I love it. Well, and to get back to Japan, because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it was
Japan.
influenced, but
Mhm.
I bet the nightlife's fun there too. And not to stereotype, but a lot of karaoke, a lot of really cool, fun, like discotheques. No, I guess discotheques more South American kind of term. But, like the bar scene must be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious to be able to,
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I was like, are you kidding me? You're semi-trilingual now.
I said multi,
Oh, you
which would
did.
mean multiple.
Oh, okay, that's right. Well, then, yes, you are a multiple. Semi-moto.
I know some Japanese words.
Seisha.
Seisha.
Seisha?
What is that?
I thought it was thank you. What is it? Hey, wait. Hello, Cayenne.
No, ni hao.
Ni hao. Dang it. I'm so glad she knows her stuff. I mean, semi.
And domo arigato, I believe that means thank you very much.
Oh, it does?
I think so.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I love the smile on her face. She's like, I think so. Well, because when I heard it and I thought it's in the song, then it threw me back to the French one, voulez-vous coucher? And,
Avec moi.
yes, which, long story short, when I went to France that time, I learned how to say that word, that sentence properly. My father was not impressed. Because
Right.
I guess I pronounced it wrong from the song until
Uh-huh.
there when I learned how to say avec moi properly. And he's like, great. I'm really glad I paid for that. Good
Right.
to know.
Thanks a lot, or thank you very much.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes,
so
it is.
domo what?
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato. That is really so cool.
Think about the song. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I know, but I just love seeing you dance. When we go dancing, I have to see these moves. Of course, in the car, I get a lot more. Boom, boom, boom. She's so fun.
We'll see what happens when we're in the car for several hours
Are
together.
you kidding? It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about if our vision will be clear enough because we'll be laughing. So.
Oh, okay.
much.
I was like, hold on there. What are you trying to say, lady?
No, I mean we just like rode to. Oh my gosh, where are you going?
Oh, okay.
Dreamland?
Do you see what happens? You give us 1 minute together to talk, and we're like 90-degree turn right now. Okay, I'm going to surprise. I'm going to stay stateside, and I will be going to Aspen.
Okay.
So I'm going to pause on the Japanese music.
Yes.
I do not have any Colorado music, but I do have a little Kesha because why not? It's fun. A little upbeat. We're going to Aspen.
Okay.
Now, been there before when I was a kid. It wasn't on my dime, but this is Dreamland.
Right.
So that's all that matters. I used to ski, but not really outside of ski school. But I would do it. And I say, we do the ski school together. We enjoy the good times. We enjoy the beauty. Staying on the greens, okay? Or the bunny slopes. Green or bunny slopes. That's where I'm comfortable. We're going to enjoy the people watching. Because a lot of people know what they're doing. And there's a lot of beautiful people in Aspen.
Okay.
All right? We're going to enjoy the great food. In particular, I remember they used to do night fondue. It was awesome. You know, I love me some fondue.
I've never had it.
Excuse me? You have not had fondue?
Never.
Okay, well, we're going to have to look at the calendar, and you're coming over for fondue with your boy this week. We are making that happen. For real. Like, journal it. Journal that crap. Is it on there?
No, it's not.
Put it down on your crap.
I don't just have a boy at home, remember?
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
I have other little obligations.
You do.
Right
Honey,
now,
you can
so-
come too. Okay, you can come too, honey. I'm not trying to... I'm just kidding. Okay, Jeff, you can come too. By the way, I saw Jeff on the road on his motorcycle, and I wanted to honk at him.
Yesterday?
No, it was last weekend, but
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
want to scare him because, you know, I don't know how...
Oh, you probably wouldn't have.
I know, but motorcyclists, I don't know. I was like, oh, I don't want to take him down.
He's a radio on his
Oh, so he probably wouldn't have heard me.
bike, so no, it wouldn't have scared him because his turned it up so loud so he can hear it.
That's another fascinating thing. When motorcyclists and you go at the light, and they're like jamming, and you're like, wow. Because, you know, you want to know if
it's because they have to turn it up so they can hear it over the wind as they're riding. So.
That's so cute. But
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So we're going to have to enjoy that.
Great food. Let me write down night fondue.
Night fondue, which it means when we did it there was when we took the, you know, the little gate up or whatever.
The lift?
Thank you. The lift up to the top of the mountain, we did fondue, and it was great. But the night fondue we're going to have is going to be just at night. You come over to my house for fondue.
Okay.
Okay, we'll kind of mimic. I mean, I could put some styrofoam down. We can let the kids jump on it and be like pretend snow.
Well, once they got done jumping on it, it would be like snow.
See? That's how you do it on a budget, Mama. We're going to bring
Your
the...
dogs, I'm sure, would help.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna write that down. We'll put the dogs up. Okay. We'll put the
Or
dogs.
we just we'll forego the fake snow.
Fun. Yes, I guess we will. But yes, more than just listen, I'm concentrating on fondue. I'm back to Aspen.
Yes, back to Aspen.
It is fun. Can't wait. But again, green slopes, bunny slopes. Got to keep it low key because Mama doesn't like too much danger because it's tough. It's tough out there. But short and sweet, love it there. It would be a lot of fun. We have a good time. Fly into Denver, drive to Aspen, look at these beautiful mountains, be able to do some skiing, watch some beautiful people, have some cocktails, watch some more beautiful people, go have some fondue, come back. Then if we're ready for a splurge, we can get some massage or a little facial action. It'll be great.
I'm always down for that.
Really? Oh, good.
Always.
Man, see, okay. We're going to make it happen. All right, I love it. All right, so we actually are out of time. I know.
Imagine that.
I know. I'm like, wild roller coaster today. We've had so much fun.
Yeah.
But we got to go ahead and take our break. Let the listeners enjoy the rest of the music here. And then we'll be back next week, won't we?
We will.
We're going to have some good times. So why don't you close us out for the week, Mama?
Okay, everybody have a great week, and we will be back next Saturday from 8 to 10. And check you later.
Check you later.
Thank you for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station. Don't forget to check out this show and many others across the Lone Star Community Radio Network, either live on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, the Lone Star Internet Radio app, or irlonestar.com's live audio stream, and on replay on podcast, Channel 12's Our City TV in Conroe, or Channel 21 KVQT in Houston, and of course their YouTube channel. This production is copyrighted and all rights are reserved by Lone Star Community Radio. Have a question regarding this program or other Lone Star Community Radio shows? Want to sponsor or start your own show? Call the station message line at 936-647-3776 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.